Hello everyone, thank you for watching our YouTube channel. My name is Hilary Chin. Today we want to teach you about filters. Please do remember to subscribe, comment, and like our video. Today we want to give you some tips on filters. Just think of filters like you will grind corn and you want to separate what you want to use for fufu to the chaffs. Okay, when you do that separation at the moment when you want to cook that fufu, those that you separated for fufu is useful and the chaff is not useful. But at the moment you take that chaff to go maybe to your poultry farm, it becomes useful. So that's the concept of filter. You have a whole lot of data and you want to use a particular data at the moment, and that data becomes useful at that moment, but the other information in that sheet becomes not really useless, but not really useless but not useful at that moment. So let's jump in and you see what I mean. This is our data here. Okay, this is our data here, and we have names of children, you have their age, you have their sex, boys and girls, you have their class 1 to 6, you have their status, IDP and host. Please permit me, I kept using these data because I'm a humanitarian. I analyze data for my organization as a data analyst, and I also do a lot of consultancy with other organizations who want to analyze their data on humanitarian activities. I also do it for businesses. Okay, but my YouTube videos I prefer to come up with data that reflects humanitarian, because that is what it's not common on YouTube. I see a lot of data on business, so I also want to bring some light on this kind of data. So here, if you look at this data, amazingly, we have all the different columns here all present. Please, I would like us to start by creating a table for our data to look more clear and more visible. So if I click in the middle of this cell, I can click Ctrl T. You see, this small dialog box comes up, and then it tells me if I have data or not, and then I select. Okay, we have our other videos on how to create tables specifically. If you go there, you see more on tables. So here, this is filter. Today we are talking about filter. Let's not lose focus. So here, let's assume management calls you and say, hey, we want to know the amount of IDPs that we have reached out to. All you need to do is simple. You click on your data, come up here to data, this small icon here, you choose this small icon here, you choose data. When you choose data, you come to this small icon. It gives you this icon called filter, and you click. Take note, each time I click this filter, you see you have some stuffs come up on the head, on the header. You see this small option showing all a small arrow that faces down. If I click the filter, it goes off. If I click, it comes on. It means our filters are on. Now these filters here has a lot of role to play, which we are going to be seeing. If I come under status here and I click, you see it shows me that the whole of this data is made up of hosts and IDPs. It shows me the uniqueness of that data. Let's assume that there are 1000 data on this row, on this column, sorry. It tells me that the uniqueness of this data is just made up of host and IDP. Okay, and then if we also come here to sex and we click up here, let's assume that there are 10,000 names here going down, and we come to filter. It tells us that the uniqueness of the whole of this column is just boys and girls. This is what it is made up of, no matter the number of the rows that you see going down. Okay, and so on and so forth. So since one of our questions is how many IDPs have we reached out to, what you come here, you filter. You come up here to this status, you filter, because we don't want host at the moment. You uncheck the host. What we want now is IDPs. Okay, like the example I gave you for corn. What we want now is IDPs. You only check IDPs and you click OK. You see, you now have only IDPs on this column, and then you can come here now and just highlight, or you reference and go down. You go down until you get here. Okay, when you do this highlight, there's a trick in Excel. Just come down here, look at my mouse right down here, there's something called count. You see, it already counts the number of IDPs for you. So here we have 34 IDPs. You can now get a paper maybe beside you or on another sheet, and then you write 34 IDPs. You come again to this process. You come here again and you check again on your filter. Remember, you uncheck host. Now you are going to check host and then uncheck IDPs, because we already dealt with IDPs. Okay, when you check host now, you want to find out about host now, you now check host and then you click OK. It now gives you only host. Okay, and once you highlight and come down here, you see there are 8 hosts. So your count is showing that there are 8 hosts. Are you saying that way you have already analyzed this portion of the data? If you go up again and you check all and you click OK, now you have all the data intact. If they come again and say, hey, here we want to know in terms of sex how many boys, you come again here and you click and then you uncheck girls at the moment and then you check only boys and you click OK. Now we have only boys here, you see, only boys. And then you come again and you do some highlight. Now you go down and you see you end here, and then you come under your counts. It tells you there are 25 boys. Okay, you write it down in a small sheet or piece of paper or on another cell that you or sheet that you have created still on your software. If you come again here and they say, okay, now we know about boys, now we want to know about girls. Now you check girls and uncheck boys and you click OK, and then it gives you only girls, and you come here again and you highlight. You see, you highlight to get, you see the count is 17 girls. Now you might be asking, what if we have data that is so huge on this Excel sheet and we want to do the counting? Then we can use pivot tables, which we are going to be teaching in subsequent videos. Right now we are just trying to introduce you to some concept when it comes to filtering. When it comes to filtering, we also have another option which I just want to give you like a tip. Let me just add this tip. Now we can still do it this way. I can come here and I uncheck host and I choose just IDPs. Okay, and I click OK. Okay, and I come here and I click equals to and I click count A. Now count A here simply means we want to count even text or numbers. Okay, if we have text or numbers, we just want to count it all. Here now what I'll do is simple. I'll click tab and then I'll highlight only. Since I have just IDPs, I'll highlight. You see, I'm going to highlight it here, and then you see when I highlight down here, I go up here and I shift up and then I click enter. You see it tells me 42 IDPs. Okay, so these are many ways that you can play around your Excel sheet and just have fun while you're working with your Excel. This is all we had for filters, and please do remember to subscribe, comment and like our videos. We look forward to see you on the other videos. Thank you so much for watching.